Welcome back. You're still tuned into Business Lunch. Let's talk about a very important case which is in the Supreme Court today. In fact, they have delivered their verdict on the same-sex marriage case. So Ashmit is standing by with the latest. Ashmit, take us through everything that came out of the courts today. Seems like quite a setback to the entire LGBTQ community.
Well, a landmark verdict. This all eyes were on the top court on whether or not it goes ahead and recognizes same-sex marriage. The answer to that is no. The Supreme Court has said that as far as same-sex marriage is concerned, there is no fundamental provision in the Constitution that recognizes the right to marry. What the Supreme Court instead has held is that this is a domain that is in fact the domain of the legislature, the state. The state and the legislature is where this in fact lies. The state in fact is the one that is at liberty to develop whether or not there is a legal framework required, to look at the rights that are flowing from any such form of association, from the mechanisms that are required in law. So that is the one key takeaway here. No fundamental right or a qualitative right to marry. That's the first declaration here by the Apex Court. They've left that question open to the centre and the state governments. Also importantly, they've held that as far as the Special Marriage Act is concerned, is that a legislation under which same-sex marriage can be considered? The answer, again, a split verdict here, is very clear from the Apex Court that the Special Marriage Act in its current shape and form, again, cannot provide for same-sex unions or same-sex marriages, which then begs the question, are there any legal recognitions involved? On that count as well, the Apex Court has held that the current situation that we have with the current web of laws that we have that provide for personal laws, that provides for marriage, dissolution of marriages, the rights that flow, there is no legal framework in place. The takeaway here has been from Justice Butt's judgment, and which is a majority, that only time will tell how the centre chooses to move forward or the states choose to move forward, that this is an area where it is not seen fit by the Apex Court to step on the toes of the legislature, and the legislature will be the one to take a call on whether or not there are changes required to the current laws or whether there is a new framework required at all. One key question on the issue of adoption. This is again a question where there was a split verdict, 3-2. By that majority, the Apex Court has also held that the current regulations in place, which do not allow the queer couples to adopt, are not void, will continue to be in place. So that's another key clarification that the Apex Court has given. As for the forward-looking nature of the judgment, the centre in the course of the proceedings had proposed a high-powered committee that would look at civil unions and legal recognition between same-sex couples and the rights that flow out of that. That is one aspect to look forward to. The high-powered committee is to be constituted under the Cabinet Secretary. They will hold wide consultations and perhaps give more clarity on how this conversation is to be taken forward. But for now, same-sex marriage, not a fundamental right under our Constitution. Words from the Apex Court. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ashmit. A very important judgment, and thanks for giving the clarity on what the verdict means. And now onus back on the government to really take care of this very important burning topic of discussion.